Live, there is a betting frenzy afoot right now. Get this, over whose names are going to appear in the Epstein Files.
And you know that we are sometime in the next 30 days expected to get the release from DOJ.
Hold your horses on that.
Or at least on paper right now, that's what they're saying. We'll see what hiccups come along the road. But when those files come out, we expect that there are going to be several names in there that have that are not being accused of any wrongdoing. They're just names will be mentioned because they interacted with Jeffrey Epstein at fundraisers or whatever.
Pause. This is classic media doublespeak. They say he did nothing wrong, but they repeat that his name is all over the files. That's how you pump the hype without accusing anything. Innocent mention, guilty presentation. They know exactly what they're doing.
Let me just say, I know people who have seen, two people who have seen the files, parts of the files, and Donald Trump's name's all over it. There's nothing untoward in terms of anything he did, but his name's all over it. And there are so many other names because he was a social butterfly.
Right. And so some of those names, Donald Trump, as you said, his name is off the board. That's already been resolved. There are a bunch of names that have been resolved already. Bill Clinton, Donald Trump.
Fidel Castro.
He was not on the resolved list.
But he
could have been in the betting, but
he's in it.
He is not among the names on the Polymarket betting site. These are the current odds as we're doing this right now. It is shifting because people are betting money. Ehud Barak, the former Israeli prime minister, 65%.
That's weird.
People believe that his name will appear.
That's weird.
David Koch, 62%. David Copperfield, Ellen DeGeneres, Tom Hanks. Again, these are just people guessing whose names will be mentioned. Alec Baldwin, Tony Blair, Stephen Hawking at 36%, Chuck Schumer, Jamie Dimon.
Hold up. Stephen Hawking? This is where the whole thing derails. At this point, the betting board looks like a random celebrity generator. No evidence, no claims, just names. This is the entertainment value people crave, and the media plays right into it.
You'd expect that there are going to be some politicians that people put in here. Henry Kissinger
he was a player
is at 32%.
Back in the day.
And Michael Jackson at 30%.
And Michael Jackson may have known Jeffrey Epstein because, you know, we're talking 2000.
About the same age, roughly. I think it's roughly possible.
Yeah, certainly possible.
Anderson Cooper.
Anderson Cooper.
At some page,
again, this is what people are guessing.
But these are people who probably socialized.
Right, exactly.
Again, they went to
That's
parties
what I
in
think
New
the
York.
bets are based on.
And Jeffrey Epstein loved to fraternize with wealthy people. He paid his way into these giant lavish parties.
And he was also a huge name dropper. We know that. So even if he didn't actually know these people, even if he didn't interact with them, he might have said something about
if I was a betting man, I would
them.
just bet across they're all going to be in there. You're going to lose some, but I think you're going to win more than you lose.
But the question is,
because he just named them.
They're not just mentioning people that he ever knew. They've got to mention them in some context. So the question is, the people who show up, what's the context? They're not going to say, Jeffrey Epstein knew the following people.
No, but we know there's going to be a lot of emails from Epstein to people about these people. So, like, even if it's, I saw Barack Obama on television today.
This is the real problem. The DOJ can redact whatever they want and call it standard procedure. And the second you start redacting names, the public stops trusting the release. You can't promise truth and then black out half the page. That's not transparency, that's filtering.
Does that get Obama into the betting pool?
I don't know.
If so,
yes, it does.
You can look at my emails.
All it says is that the
Obama.
names have to come out as long as the names are mentioned. Right now, by the way, those are the odds, but you can also look on this site at the volume, like what are people betting heavily on, which people. For some reason, Barack Obama, Michael Jackson, and Stephen Hawking are the three people that are getting the most volume of bets right now.
That's really interesting.
Stephen Hawking, huh?
Yeah.
Well,
who knew?
No, but
there was,
there
those rumors out there? Okay, I didn't know.
Not untoward, but just that.
But they knew each other.
He partied.
Got it. Right.
Stephen
Hawking.
Hawking partied.
By the way, good on him.
Yeah.
Good on him.
Yeah.
No shade. But again, I got to tell you, my spidey senses are we're not going to see these files. That Donald Trump did this whole thing about, I'm starting a new investigation so he can somehow block the release of this.
And
because
remember,
he's not doing it to protect the people he mentioned.
Listen to that contradiction. We'll release all the names, then redact them. That means nobody's getting the full truth. Redactions guarantee confusion. This is why every Epstein release turns into chaos. They drip-feed the info through filters and then act surprised when the public doesn't trust it.
Because those are the people he dislikes the most. So there's something more he's planning.
But both houses of Congress have now passed this legislation,
I know.
and the president's going to sign it.
And the president signed it.
He signed it, so...
But let me ask a question. The DOJ gets, and this is what they're doing right now, they get to decide what they're going to redact.
Exactly. Or withhold.
Or withhold. Do they redact, let's say that it is a completely innocent mention of whomever, say Tom Hanks.
So whomever matters.
Would they redact that person's name?
Just because they didn't do anything?
Because, yeah.
I don't know. They have so much discretion. And would they say, Trump is mentioned here, but it's really unfair, so we'll redact that? Do you think that's... Oh, well, hold on.
Yeah.
Do you think that's a scenario that's possible?
It is 100%
when
a
does
possible
the
scenario.
Department of Justice get
know.
to tell the American people
We
what they
won't
get to
know
see
all
and
the
what they
time.
don't? But it's absurd. We now are in a
But that's
position where...
that's the deal.
I know, but we have a congressional act now to requiring the release, but they're going to say, you know
Subject
what?
to
Tom
redaction.
Hanks, it's unfair that he was mentioned
And the
because he
law
was eating
says
Skittles.
subject to redaction.
Subject to redaction.
And we all know what that means. That's to protect.
That's why I'm saying you will never be satisfied with what's released.
Kimberly, Michigan, I do believe that President Trump will release the names. I believe he will release all the names. And I believe that we're just going to have to vet them down. This man had a huge sphere of influence, a lot of money. He knew a lot of people. There will be a lot of names on that list. We'll just have to redact as we go and look through the names to vet who might have been on the outs with him or who might have been on the in with him.
Do you live in a rural area?
I do.
Oh my God, I'm so jealous. I'm looking at all that wood. Do you have like a rustic type cabin type thing?
Yeah. My husband hung all the wood.
Do you have a great fireplace?
No, just a little TV stand that has one.
Nonetheless, it's great.